Coaches, what's going on, guys? As you can see, I'm still getting over the flu, but I am feeling a lot better. Just ignore any of the coughing or anything like that that goes on. But yeah, it's Coach Tatum here. Wanted to come on and talk a little bit, see what y'all got up to. Um, Everybody's going on plans for Christmas and the holidays coming up. So uh, if you're coming to join me, appreciate you being here. Go ahead and give me a check in. Uh, who's out there? Who's chilling? So we can just kind of have a dialogue and talk back and forth. And if you have anything you want to talk about, feel free to drop it in the chat and let's talk about it. But yeah, for those that didn't know, or like, why does Tatum sound like 10 miles of bad road? I had the flu. Started on Saturday, so kind of on the back end of it now. Got some good pharmacy drugs in me, and we're rocking and rolling. So anybody that is hanging out, holla at me. I think we spending the tomorrow Christmas Day with my parents, and then over the weekend we're going to my wife's family and hanging out with them. So gonna be a good time, man. Anytime you're off from school, it's a blessing, right? But yeah, let me see, Coach Easton, my dude, here for a quick second, at least until I leave this Christmas party. I hear you, man. I hear you. We Christmas parties tomorrow. Uh, we're adults, man. So my brothers got kids, my sisters got kids. So they get to pour into them and get them gifts and all that stuff. So we're just chilling, right? So, um, but if y'all don't know Coach Easton, man, he's the JV guru, man, on Twitter, and loves power. So appreciate you, Coach. Hope the Christmas party's going well for you. I don't know if y'all doing like a white elephant or anything like that, but hopefully you didn't get anything that sucked. But run power, that's for you. But yeah, I don't know if anybody is going to be starting up football stuff as soon as they get back in January. Um, I've been doing OL training like on Saturday or Sundays since we ended, just like as a side deal. But when we get back in a more official capacity, and we're doing after school and weightlifting and all that stuff, um, we should be starting pretty early. Not really doing anything football related, just lifting and conditioning stuff. But yeah, guys, holla at me. Drop some knowledge in the chat. Drop who's watching, who's chilling, and drop a topic so we can get into it. I've had a lot of people say, "Coach, let's get on a video." This is kind of I still want to do that with those guys, but this is kind of a way easily, just as a pop up deal, to like talk easily, right? Instead of responding to DMs, which I respond to everybody, but it's kind of a blanketed way where I can have a dialogue. It's a little bit easier. Um, what's up, Coach? Coach Tate. We are going to a clinic as a staff for a few weeks, and then we are going to start getting in the ball. We're going to clinic as a staff. Gotcha. I thought you were going to one. I was like, a week-long clinic's insane. But we're going to a clinic as a staff for a few weeks. Then we will start getting in the ball. Right now, just get bigger, faster, stronger with our kids. That's awesome. Love it. What do y'all do for like that clinicking, right? What does that entail? Is that like getting better what y'all do? Is that like each position kind of teaches what they do and so everybody knows, or is that hey, we need to get back to what we do one-on-one as a staff? What is that clinicking as a staff? What does it look like? Because I love that idea. All those different type of things. So Coach Tate, appreciate you telling me that, but tell me, what does that look like for you guys? um yeah, For those that don't know, counter's the best play in football. So I had to put that out there, especially for Coach Easton that's listening. And I had the hat on, so it's a running joke. Running joke. Plus, they usually start some fights. So, um, I will. Anybody that's listening right now, I will put out a question. If you could have anything for Christmas, what would it be? Like, and you could be as a coach. You have your coach hat on. You could have your guy hat on. If you're a dad, your dad hat on. Whatever it is, what would be like the number one thing you want for Christmas? Drop it in the chat. Um, Varsity head coach is debating changing the offense. Wants to be more run focused, but wants to go from power spread to double wing. Think it'll be difficult. Um, I don't know. Only thing I would say is you're already a power spread. Okay, so is he doing that because you don't have the personnel to stay spread? Like you don't have the receivers. You might have a quarterback coming back or in the future. Um, let's see. Oh, um, so what? Like, if those are some things, if you have a quarterback, and yeah, man, you might not need to be spread. Like the double wing, run it more, might be the move. I don't think it'll be difficult. I think maybe early on, you know, Easton, you're in New York, I believe, right? I think that's right. I talked to so many people, so I think you're in New York. So if you are, I don't know what y'all spring ball looks like. So if you're allowed to do that, like get outside, but it'd probably be more difficult early on. But whatever you emphasize and whatever you change to, your kids will adapt, man. It is like it is what it is. I mean, I don't. I mean, plus, I mean, you're already running power. I mean, what like you're running double wing, you run belly and buck. Like it's not gonna be that big of a deal. I think it'll be fine. Um, Power gets you on the nice list. Counter gets you cold in the stocking. Well, depending on where you are, if it's hot, it's cold outside. You're gonna need that cold. So it is what it is. And they said they're losing a stud quarterback, and they have more athletic guys. Well, I don't know, man. Your quarterbacks, your coach is going to that for a reason. So I don't know. Man, it's basically just fixing us, pounding out all the details from personnel to scheme to spring ball, etc. It's how we ensure we put our kids in the best possible position possible to be successful. I like that a lot. I like it. Um, yeah, nothing wrong with that. I know we've done not where I'm at currently, but in the past we've done like a staff clinic where every position coach goes through like their manual if they have one. Um, it's like a one-on-one of their position. So like for me, I would go through the offensive line, and I would have all the coaches in there, and they're not talking, they're not giving input, they're not responding, they're just taking notes. And I essentially teach them. Like I would teach them run game, pass protection stuff, and then my indie, what our calls are, stuff like that. Kind of go through what it is to coach offensive line, right? And what you have with that is a newfound respect for another coach's position, and you stay out of meddling. You know, um, so I like that. Plus, it forces the coach to be a teacher to people, and obviously, coach, but it makes you be a teacher to higher level thinkers, meaning coaches, than just kids, right? So if I told a kid, "Hey, we're going to X, Y, and Z," right or wrong, for the most part, they're just going to do it, right? Because they don't know any different. They don't know any better. But if you tell coaches what you're doing, then there's you're opening yourself up for some pushback, right? So you got to be confident. You got to know what you're talking about, and so it just makes you a better coach, in my opinion. So yeah, I like it. 100%. Yeah, man, I love it. Yeah. Let's see. But yeah, man. I really like that idea. I like that your coach is having y'all do that. Um, but yeah, again, if you could have any Christmas present, what would it be? It doesn't have to be football related. It could be whatever. You want a Blackstone grill? Cool. Let me know. Whatever it may be. For me, it could be big or small. I would love a new car. I'm not saying like, oh, a brand new car. No, but like I drive an '08 Dodge Charger that I've hit a deer in. That um the AC barely works in. Um, there's the there's a crack in the muffler, so it's super loud. So like there's issues with it, but not enough for me not to be able to drive it. It's just more aesthetically. So if you ever see me at clinics, you ever see the busted up white '08 Dodge Charger, you're like, oh, Tatum's here. But yeah, I would love a new vehicle one day. Um, so I guess it's on my list. Um, let's see. Let's see. People are. I don't understand, and it is what it is. But people won't. People really DM me than post things in the chat. It's kind of funny. Let me see. But yeah. Um, what are some things for anybody listening? What are some things that gave you trouble um in the season or didn't, or things that you thought was going to be an issue and weren't? See, I asked Santa for a 6'5" defensive end that can bend the edge, long stick and rush the passer. Let me know if let me know if you get one, because I would appreciate Santa bringing us one. We've got a 6'2", 6'3" one. But it'd be nice to put one across from him. I would, yeah, I would like a left tackle, like a fully ready to go left tackle. Because right now I'm 4 out of 5, and going into next year, so I need another one. I've got an idea of who's going to take the spot, but some growth needs to happen. So we'll see how that goes. Um, and an H back. We graduating a really good H back, so an H back would be great. Let's see. Um, Let me just do this real quick. That should help. All right. Oh. Yeah. Easton or Tate, man, I'm gonna need y'all to drop a topic, man, so we can get to talking about it. Or I have to sit here and just ramble. Let's see. An athletic H back that can thump is worth his weight in gold. You ain't lying. And that kid could go last year, and he was such a good kid too. Took care of himself in the classroom. Was strong. Played linebacker for us too. Really good kid. Really good kid. Um, we got some ideas on some guys to change, but I asked Santa for Kenny Simpson's gun T 7.0, but I'm sure I just got slippers. Well, nothing wrong with some slippers. Um, I don't know. Does Kenny do? Does he do a clinic up your way, Dave? I don't know. He's doing one in Charlotte this year. Um, he's doing one in Charlotte right before the AFCA convention. I went to it last year. I don't know if I'm going this year. Um, but a buddy of mine got that playbook. Might take some pictures for you. Um, let's see, Coach Weston. Shout out to my dog. What's going on, big dog? Coach is getting along. Gave me trouble. Got to work on the culture this off season. Yeah, you got to. Um, you can't progress in the season where your kids can't get better. You can't hold your kids accountable when your coaches are acting a fool. I'm not saying your coach is acting a fool, but apparently there's something going on. It's a dynamic that's missing. So Yeah, and I've been there. I've been on staffs where one or two guys weren't Gene and hauling with the rest of us, and we had to have a conversation. We had to have a tough conversation and figure it out, and they ended up not being with us anymore, and we were better for it. So hope that works out, Coach. Because you can't sacrifice your culture, especially with your coaches, because then your kids will see it. Topic: if you didn't run your current system, what would you run? I don't know. I mean, it would probably. I mean, I'm such a spread guy, and the reason I say that is because I've been in it all my career. Um, I don't know. That's a good question. I know spread's not a system, and it's really not. It's more philosophy, like personnel and stuff like that. But I mean, split back veer because remember the Titans, man. It's like Novocaine. Uh, so hell no. Most north, I think he comes is Boston. Yeah, I mean that's still north, but I don't know how far you are from Boston. I know, I'm pretty good at geography, and I think I looked at your school, and you're like North New York. Um, so I guess that's still really still a ways, but yeah. Let's see. RJ McCall, hey coach, what do you call a wheel route, but it's from your tight end position? Still call it a wheel. Um, well, is it a wing? Because like an H back going from the B gap to a wheel, it's not really realistic unless you just have a receiver there, which I'm not sure why you would do that, but now I still call it a wheel. Coach Gardner, my dog. Glad to see you feeling better. I am feeling better. I told the guys in the beginning I still feel like 10 miles of bad road, but um, still coughing and all that mess. But yeah, at least I'm able to get up, and move, so that's nice. But I appreciate you, um, Coach Henderson. Topic 3-3 stack gave us trouble this season. How do you guys attack it? So the first thing we do is how do they handle a tight end or big personnel? So like 11 personnel or 21 personnel. Um, See if they're going to break the stack, meaning they're going to bring one of their linebackers down and break the stack, or if they're going to bring one of their safeties, one of their overhangs, and bring them down on the tight end. Um, it would depend on how they're going to do that. Um, 3-by-1 with a tight end. Most people call Trey. So tight end on the line and two receivers outside. There's really good formation against it because you have to see one, are they going to break the stack? Are they going to have a backside alley player? And how they're going to play 3-over-2? I mean, how they're going to play three receivers? Going to play 3-over-3 or whatever. Um, so those are like some things you can do. And then obviously 21 personnel, have a tight end, have an H, um, and then run. Can you run the quarterback? Because they're changing angles and they're going more head up and they're going to try and stunt and twist and blitz the guys left and right. And if you can play 11 or 11 football, it really helps you out. Let's see. Versus a 3-3 stack, I make it a point to try and force the defense to break the stack. Yep. I love getting an unbalanced versus 3-3. Unbalanced is great. I know some people are like, Coach, I don't have a tight end. Okay. Well, do you have a sixth lineman? Um, do you have a six lineman, right? And I know some people are like, well, six OL is not unbalanced. Yeah, it is because he's ineligible, right? So you can play around with some things. Um, Got to be willing to solo block the nose versus the stack. Yeah. Unless unless you have that extra guy, and then you can double the nose, but then you have to double the head up four eye with the tackle tight end, right? Try to move those double teams laterally. Um, but yeah, if you're willing to block a nose solo, then you can start getting into some things. Which I've been saying this for a while. Like I love double teams, and we work double teams almost every day. But if you can solo block, then you can run anything, right? If you have dudes, or you just have guys that have gotten so good technique wise and are technicians with their technique, and they can solo block, then you can run anything. It doesn't matter what you call, right? So, topic. What were your three top producing run concepts this year? Okay, of course, counter, duo, and then um, it's like a we run outside zone, but the numbers are probably skewed because we have outside zone with our jet sweep, and so jet sweeps will get you more yards, right? Because you're pretty much outrunning the blocking for the most part. You're just getting on the edge, and you're just really sealing the box with your blocking from a front standpoint. And you're getting out and you're getting yards that way. So technically, your blocking is not isn't the end all be all with the jet sweep. Now just running straight handoff outside zone. We ran pin and pull. Um, and more this year. That was really good for us. Um, but I would say probably duo counter or ISO. If we're not counting the jet sweep stuff with outside zone. Hold on, my wife's texting me. Let's see. All right. How do you block duo? I've seen a ton of different ways. Double only to the play side, doubles to keep to both sides, and it's more of a read for the back, especially in the pistol look and others. Um, so the way we run duo, okay, and this is going to make Coach Gardner just throw up, but we do see 6-man boxes, okay, we do see two high 6-man boxes, okay, so because we had receivers that could go and we had a running game that could do it, and so they try to just match numbers in the box and then play too high. So when we would get a three in a shade, we would have our five linemen and an H back. The right guard, right tackle would double the three technique vertical to the mic, and the center and the backside guard would double the backside shade to the will, and then backside tackle solo. And we would kick the play side on the end. That's how we run duo. Excuse me. The running back, yes, it's still reading the mic, all those things that you run into duo. Great. I say we would do that, right? So I'll get to yours in a second. That's how we run duo, right? Then when you get into odd front world, things get a little different. You still blocking backside gap, you still all those things. Now your play side tackle is doubling with the H back, but it's from an off alignment, so it's a little different. It's a little hairy. So the tackle has B gap, so he's picking his foot up, putting it down, blocking B gap. If the head up technique takes B, he takes him down, and the H back is off his butt to the mic, and then you're solo on the backside, and then the guard and center double the backside. So duo versus odd gets a little different if you don't have tight end, 21 personnel, stuff like that. We like inside zone versus odd front. So we'll carry both. And now some people are like, oh, it's just backwards zone. All right, kiss my butt. But so duo versus even, inside zone versus odd, and we ran like that. You need an extra dude to the three technique side. Yeah, you need the H back. As I recall, couldn't you run the ball with zone blocking and overpower the 3-3 stack like Alabama did Cincinnati in the playoff game years ago, or does it depend? Well, if you have Alabama's guys, You could do anything. And I don't mean that to be like to be an ass, but like, yeah, you could. Um, and you can run zone inside zone to 3-3 stack, right? So if we're just, I'm trying to just imagine, right? It's 6-man box, 5 offensive linemen. So the play side, so we're going inside zone left. Play side tackle, play side guard, double the 4 to the stack backer. Center and the backside guard, double the nose to the stack backer. Backside tackle is sifting through the B gap. If the tackle, if the 4 technique goes B gap, he collects him, takes him. Quarterback's going to read the C gap, right? So either that stack backer's got to rock back and play the C, or they're going to have the 4 technique take C and have the stack backer take the B gap. And so the tackle would just take the B gap, stack guy, and we would roll on running that. The only thing that comes into play there is now you have the overhang guys in the stack that can fold in. That's where we have to have RPOs, stuff like that. So, but yes, you could. You could. Darius Jones, my dog. Shout out to Darius Jones and the Huff Huskies for winning the 8A state championship in North Carolina. Shout out to Coach. Clap it up for him. We recognize champions on here because we're all jealous. So appreciate you, big dog. Yeah, and I'm sure they ran inside duo and buck to the cows came home because no one could stop them. Let's see, Coach Easton. Gotta go. Get the kids in bed. Get ready for Santa. Merry Christmas, Tatum. Merry Christmas, coaches. Merry Christmas, man. Y'all be good. Coach Burrell, my guy. Um, how much front differentiation? Coach, it's Christmas time. Why are we going through all these big words? Do you expect the kids to know? Does it differ from what your coaches know slash communicate while scouting opponents? Well, for me, let's just say for this past season, those guys have been with me. My 5 offensive linemen have been with me since they were sophomores. They were the 5 offensive linemen I had as on my JV my first year at Walkertown, and so they all finished as seniors with me. So I expected them to know a lot. Um, let's say I get a new group, right? So I would expect them to know even, right? And that goes over and under. We know rules, so even over and under fronts don't change anything for us, right? Because we know our rules. So it's just even. Odd, odd for me is 404 or 4I 04I, and then bear. And then if they're a stack team, then we'll get into stack. But we won't talk about stack for a while unless we know we're going to see it, which we didn't see. I don't think we saw one stack team last year. Now the year before, we saw like 4 or 5 stack teams, so they had seen it. But last year we didn't see any stack teams. We saw a lot of odd though, but not true stack. So I would say even, odd, and bear 100%. Um, and that's all off season and camp, right? And then we will get into game week, and on film, if they're an even team, meaning they are a percentage going like majority, going to be an even front team, then we're spending the majority of that time in practice going over against even front. But we will always finish with some type of an odd structure that will block, right? So just I never want my guys to be caught cold, not knowing what to do. So at least those 3 families. No, I need them to know that. It says I'm a too high 5-man box. 6 sounds sweet. Bet you are, man. And you're also the best team in the state of Utah, so I'm sure you do. But that's awesome. I love that. Let's see. Merry Christmas, Coach. Man, Coach, I appreciate you. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. That's the way I've run it too. Love it that way. Really good stuff, man. Really good. Sorry. So I got caught up with all of the comments. Now there's more interaction. More guys are chilling and hanging out. Go back and ask this question again. You get one thing. Doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be football related. If you could have one thing for Christmas this year, what would it be? And I already said it. Mine would be a new car. So I love the topics. Appreciate. Keep them rolling. Keep them rolling. Let's see. No, it never fails. I'll be sitting here chilling, doing whatever, and nobody will hit me up. Then I start doing some things, start talking to y'all. Everybody wants to text me. My brother's texting me. My buddies texting me. It's fun. Let's see. My senior O line comes back. U8 line. U8 line. I would take them back. I take my guys back too. This was this is a, this when we lost in the playoffs was one of the most emotional losses I've ever experienced. And the reason I say that is because, like I said, this was this was my like JV group. These are like my babies, right? They couldn't walk and chew gum when I got them, and to see them finish, and we went to the darn third round of the playoffs and did a lot of great things on offense, and they were checking, they were calling, like making calls and making things happen, and yeah, I'm gonna miss those guys. So yeah, I would take those guys back as well, man. I love it. Oh man, a state ring. Yeah, I spent my 21-year career on mostly unachieving teams, trying to build them up. Switched to a school on the brink this year, and I want that more than anything. Years of work. Yeah. Um, I've never been close. Um, I've never been outside of the third round. So like I used to coach some private league ball. We won league championships, but yeah, nothing state level. Um, I would yeah, that's the goal, right? That's outside of the relationships and the mentoring of young people. Like that is the goal to win a state championship, right? So yeah, I would love to get there as well. I couldn't imagine, couldn't imagine. So always chasing it, always chasing it. And this will be going into year 11 for me. So I got 10 more years to catch you, coach. So yeah, uh, that's the goal. Let's see. My 2008 FJ just rolled over 100,000 miles, so I'm good there. I'd take a job. Hey, I'm sure. I'm sure. Well, I just talked about how my car is. I love my Dodge Charger. I love it. It's an '08. It's as base and as boring and as stock as you can come, but I love it. It's spacious. It's got me from point A to point B for a lot of years now. But I need something newer. Um, so that's why I need a car. But it is. I mean, I'm a ride it till it dies. So it is what it is. But yeah, FJ, that's different, man. I love it. That's different. I mean, you could go down the highway driving for 2 miles and never. I mean, for 2 hours and never see an FJ. So that's awesome. A neighbor of mine used to have one, so it's just unique. Let's see. Um, all right, rocking and rolling. We've had over almost 300 people watch us on Twitter. It's quiet night on Twitter because it's Christmas Eve. 7 people on YouTube. 7 people on YouTube. Holla at me. I know at least. Oh, here we go. Anybody going to AFCA this year? I am, man. I love AFCA. Jones, if you're going, make sure you holla at me, man. I'm, I'm debating. I haven't set anything up. I haven't communicated. I haven't figured anything out. But I want to get like a random ballroom that's not being used somewhere and set up and like invite people to come talk, like just chill. Um, yeah, we got a link for sure. Um, I want to just get anybody that's coming to the AFCA and get them just to come on. I don't know like a place to like set up at. So I can't like go ahead and plan it out and start pushing it because I know a lot of people. I know a lot of people on Twitter are going to AFCA and they're like, Tatum, let's do something. And then it comes the day of, and I'm like, who wants to get up? And nobody says anything. So, um, yeah, we'll definitely get together. Um, yeah, because I'm advertising for my O line clinic, which anybody doesn't know, January 31st, O line, the fourth O line clinic. It's gonna be a blast. I have gotten the speakers done. I haven't taken everybody's like what everybody's DM'd me. I'll be like, do you need a speaker? And I'm like, no, we're good. I'm like, well, why don't you take down the post? Well, I can't. Like I can, but it's like Twitter wise, I can't. So for the engagements and blah blah. Stuff that doesn't matter to anybody. But I can't necessarily do that. So we are good on speakers. I'll put that out there. But I think we're gonna have really good clinic. Really relevant speakers this year too. So that'd be really good. Um, and then Jones, I know I've already talked to you. You're gonna be out of town, but anybody that either is willing to travel to North Carolina in March, we're gonna be doing my first in person clinic. Um, uh, March 21st. It'll be an all day. It'll be a 8 to 4. We'll do breakfast and lunch provided. It'll be $10, um, which I don't think is a lot for a clinic. Um, got a sponsor do lunch and dinner. It'll be $10. We're gonna have some really good speakers from North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia come in speaking. So if you want to travel down, come hang out with us. You're gonna have to fit that on your own dime, but it's $10. Come and hang out with us. It'll be really good. So, um, Garner, if you want to come on, if you can get a flight to North Carolina, I'll let you speak. But I can't pay you. But if you want to come on, I'd appreciate you. I need more defensive coaches. So right now, the head coaches and offensive coaches are overwhelming the speakers pool right now. So, um, but obviously, I know that's drastic to ask you to come on. But yeah, well, let's see. But yeah, love it, man. Um, how did everybody finish this year? Drop it in the chat. How did everybody finish the seasons? Like, what was your record? When did you go out in the playoffs if you made it? Stuff like that. Jones and Garner, don't worry about putting anything because we went 9-2 and made it to the third round of the playoffs because we had a first round bye, won the second round game, lost the third round game, just played our worst game at the worst time. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. I got my ass beat on ESPN too. Well, at least you're on ESPN too. Like, was it bad though? Like, be be honest. Let me hold on. I'm not gonna put you on blast. I'm just curious because I don't know if you put it on there or not. I'm gonna go to y'all's schedule and look. Um, I mean, for y'all standards, sure. For y'all standards, sure. But also for who y'all played, okay. Plus, I mean that was an extra game, so I would love to know because I don't think I don't think anybody else here other than Jones at Huff. No one else here probably plays like a national schedule because Jones and they played like Highlands. I think they played Highland Springs, Virginia, if I'm not mistaken, and um they played a team in South Carolina. I'm blanking. South Point played South Point in South Carolina. Pretty sure. So they played a national schedule, right? But what is it like playing a national schedule? Like playing another team like that? Like what is it like? Coach Henderson 75 overall, region champs, lost in the second round of the playoffs. Yeah. Hey, but win the region, man. That's huge. That's huge. Um, we were we came in second in our conference. This is like region. Second in our conference. Played Reedsville, who is a power in the state in our class. So, it is what it is. See, it's wild. Think of a family vacation with 85 teenagers. Pass. Yeah, that's tough. I'm sure it's fun. Like has its ups and downs, like everything that comes with coaching. But yeah, family vacation. I can only imagine. Mm-mm. That's funny. Also, what's the name of your dog? I just saw your picture on YouTube. What's the name of your dog? And guys, I just we're talking ball and we're talking about earlier, but again, this is a Christmas Eve check in with Tatum. This is we talk about everything, anything. Trust me. And I was sick for 3 days, so I was sitting on the couch, scrolling through Twitter like I always do, or watching videos, or I was watching Christmas stuff with my wife. So she's not here, so I want to come out and interact with you guys physically. So talk about anything. Dog's name is Winnie. Love it. Love it. My two dogs are in there in the other room hiding for whatever reason because they heard a noise earlier, and so they started barking and took off. But I have a smaller one named Brody. He's the older one, and then my little girl is Maya. She's a lot bigger, but she's still a freaking puppy and annoying. But yeah, those are my kids. Love it, man. Love dogs. Let's see. Probably gonna wrap it up soon. Let me go back here. Gardner, we need to do a solo video together, and you just talk defense because I know you do your own deals, which is great. You do your zooms and stuff, but like my big thing this off season, and I always take a project into the off season, and so I've been trying to debate on what mine is, and I've wanted to like I think a section of defense. I try to just kind of learn, and I do it on my own, and I don't feel like that's the best way to do it. I need to talk to more experts, and to me, you're an expert, so like I don't want to learn your defense necessarily, but I want you to like teach me some different things. So we need even if it's not recorded or anybody, no one else in the world sees it, just you and I would love to do that because I want to. Because in another world, in another timeline, I'm a defensive coordinator, and I'll do that. Let's see. We played 6 teams that made their semifinals or better this year of the 13 teams. Yeah, yeah, we weren't that close, but we did play. So we played Reedsville, who won a state championship, and then we played Eastern Randolph, who made the semifinal, who beat us in the playoffs. So yeah, man, I feel you on that. What are you wanting to study? Um, Coverage. Like I want to. I want to get to the point where, and I know it won't happen in one off season, so I'm not just being naive, but I want to get to the point where I'm like I could I know some, like I could basics, right? But I want to get to the point where I'm like, oh, this coverage is. I know it's this coverage. I know he's doing this. I know what the defensive coordinator is thinking, as well as I could tell somebody how to run counter. Like that's where I want to get my level of understanding to. So I guess it would just be coverage, coverages. I mean, whatever. So I don't want to know, but I don't want to know like a basics level. If that makes sense, because that's where I've been, and I need to move on from the basics level. Because I know like some people are like, oh, you need to learn the basics of this, the basics of that. No, you need to start turning into. But you might not be an expert, but you need to be darn near close to it. Um, they all usually say like the best offensive play callers could also go call defense. So that's kind of like where I want to get to. Let's see. There's Jones' question. With inside zone footwork, how do you guys teach it? I'm a big lateral vertical guy, but I know some guys teach it differently. Yeah, so inside zone footwork. Yeah, you just gotta step lateral first, right? So you need to secure your gap. So say I'm backside guard, I'm going inside zone left, right? And I have the A gap, right? So my first step is going to be lateral. Then I'm working my backside foot vertical to work through my double team if we've called one, right? So say there's a backside three technique, I still got to work lateral, then get back vertical with my tackle who's now working through that three technique. Yeah, I'm with it. That's pretty much how I teach it too. You know, the footwork will get you to the block, and then your hat placement will help you finish the block. So it will help you secure and finish the block. So yeah, I'm with you on that. Let's see, and that's especially if you're uncovered. If you're covered, I mean you have to get to a guy. Then that first step is lateral, but I want you to split his crotch or step on his toes, right? And now we're working vertical um, through that guy. So let's see. Sorry, my wife is texting me. If anybody else wants to comment, please feel free. And then going back to what we were talking about, I am a visual and a working back through like back and forth with it kind of guy. So I don't know if you have any presentations or you have like PDFs or anything like that I could go and just study or look at. I'd appreciate that. Let's see. Oh, internet went out or stuttered on me or something like that. Oh, let's see. All right. Well, I was trying to write it out to 9:30, but so we'll see. Um, but y'all drop anything you got. Um, I appreciate just getting to talk to y'all. Here we go. I just texted him, my dog, Coach Johnson. Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. Hope you're feeling better. I am, man. I'm able to actually get up and I'm here at my desk and on here talking. We're talking a little 3-3 stack and inside zone and counter and all that stuff with the boys. So appreciate you. It says I don't believe you can learn from a PowerPoint. I will teach it to you. No, I completely agree. Completely agree. But I do like visuals. So if you do have one, like after we got on talking and I looked through it as well, it's like, hey, yeah, I understand that's what Cody was talking about. And now I'm like, I can kind of piece it together from there. Instead of we talked and then I have no other reference. Does that make sense? So but yeah, I agree. The one on one, yeah, that's where the money's made. But I appreciate that. Mitch, I'm gonna learn defense from the GOAT, so might switch the dark side one of these days. Who knows? Uh, I don't know. I think some people are born to be defensive guys, and some people are born to be offensive guys, and then some people cross. And I think obviously I was born to be an offensive guy, but I feel like I could cross and over into the dark side and dabble. I don't know. Just don't go to the dark side. Yeah, I probably won't go. Obviously I won't go there full time because nobody would listen to me. So I have called a couple of games of varsity O. Yeah, yeah. It's obviously you can do either, right? But I feel like some people were just your personality, what you prefer. You're one or the other. But I couldn't make a whole style change. I couldn't go and say I like in 2 years I got like coach linebackers or something, and then go and become a DC, and then Coach Tatum's YouTube channel turns into defense, and everybody would leave. They'd be like, "That fat dude don't know nothing about defense. Talk about O line." So yeah, it's an 80% throw. Yeah, no, y'all were hey, you were probably out there with Coach Burrell. Y'all, with Utah guys, you're out there throwing choice 80% of the time. Oh man, I hear you. 80% run sounds like a nightmare for the defense coordinator. What's up, Coach? Hope you're doing all right. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Let's see. Mm. Yeah, guys, we're gonna rock for another 6.5 minutes. Um, again, I know towards the end of these I just ramble, but again, I appreciate everybody that interacts and DMs me on Twitter and checked on me and all that stuff while I was sick. I mean, I some people was like, hey, I think my wife tells me it's like, oh, you thought that you were dying. I'm like, no, I just was sick. So it is what it is. Snag, stick, air raid, tempo, the most anti DC offense ever. Hey, but it's quote unquote easy, right? Like I don't want to step on the toes of any air raid guys, but especially like those two, like that's like standard. Everybody pretty much runs those, right? And then you add flood or sail, and you pretty much have your offense, right? You add four verts or whatever you want to call it to it, and then you have your shot play, your downfield passing, and you have your tags off of, and you have your whole offense pretty much. So, and then add inside zone and GT, and you're good. So, Coach the hat is clean. You need to get me one of those. Yeah, man. Dome hats. Shameless plug because they do work with us. Dome hats. Pretty sure it's domehats.com. I'm going to pull that up while we're sitting here chilling. Dome hats. Because I do have to plug them for the clinic. Let's see. Is it Dome? Yeah, Dome is domeheadwear.co. See if it pulls up. Awesome. All right, let's see. Store. All right, here we go. Let me go ahead and share this. There we go. And put me down here. So you got your dome hats, right? Let's see if we can go. What am I wearing? Counter right now. One counter again. So boom, this one. So yeah, I'm trying to get to. There's a point of showing you this. Hold on. Add to cart. Go to the cart. Check out. You're probably like, Coach, I don't care. You have to show me all this. Yeah, I get it. 1 second. Now I just want to load and load and load. There we go. All right. So if you go right here and add discount code Coach Tatum, well, or is it just Tatum? Let's see. Yeah, Tatum. Ha! If you add Coach Tatum, you get 10% off. So if you want to do that, I wasn't 100% sure that was going to work, but if you add just discount code Tatum, you get yourself $3 off, man. $3 off. But it's totally up to you. You don't have to get this one either. Um, and I know this is that was the run the damn ball hat and not the counter, but it's a good hat. But I have several of theirs. Let me see. Stop sharing. I have this one. I have the low man wins. I have the fear the veer. Run the damn ball. Shout out to my guy, run the damn ball. I have the run the power right there. My support your local line coach, which is been featured in most of my videos, is nasty. So it's upstairs right now in my room. Um, and then I have the Block Somebody Football Company, which is my second favorite hat that they make. That is in my car. And I have Just Duo it. I have that one. So yeah, definitely support these guys. Love what they do. So if you need a hat, promo code Tatum. Shameless plug. But yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna hop off here and text my wife back before y'all don't never see Coach Tatum ever again. I appreciate y'all. DM me on Twitter, man. I'm just hanging out, still sick. Going to my parents' house tomorrow, but then I'm still just chilling. So, anybody wants to talk ball or tell me I'm wrong on anything, because it happens every day now. But if you wants to chill with me, man, holla at me. DM me on Twitter. Coach Tatum, I'm out. See y'all.